Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Trinadapi Sunichena Torar Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatir Anyata. Se Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasa Adigo Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Purusho Rama Charitang Shravanayo Upadarayan Anrishyangsya Paro Rajan Karma Bandayar Vimuchyate. In the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami briefly summarizes the pastimes of Lord Ram in the 9th canto in just 2 chapters. And the reason Shukadev said, Parikshit, you already have heard so much about Lord Ram. I'm just going to give a brief synopsis. So this verse, this is what we would call the verse for encouragement for you to listen for the rest of the class. Listen to what Shukadev said. O King Parikshit, anyone who orally receives the narrations concerning the characteristics of Lord Ramachandra's pastimes will ultimately be freed from the disease of envy and thus be liberated from the bondage of fruitive activities. So this points out how powerful hearing about Krishna, Ram, is so powerful. So now that we've encouraged you, right? There is a famous shloka by the Vaishnava poet Jayadev Goswami. He has composed one nice song called Dash Avatar Stotram. 10 specific, not all, just 10 specific incarnations of Keshava. Everybody say, Keshava is Krishna. So there are 10, 11 shlokas. So the 7th one, Jayadev glorifies Sri Ram. And I have an expert mridanga player. Vitarasi dik shurane dikpati kamaniyang Dashamukha Mauli Balim Ramaniyam Keshavadrita Rama Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Everybody sing. Keshavadrita Rama Sharira Jai Isha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. So here's what Jayadev Goswami says about Sri Ram. You have assumed the form of Ramachandra. All glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were very much harassed by this monster. Lord Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. All right, we have set the stage. As I said, if you're going to talk about Ram, you have to talk about Hanuman. And by hearing about Hanuman, then you'll be ready for Thursday and Sunday. So there is a book written by a disciple of Lord Chaitanya, that was Sanatan Goswami. He composed a brilliant work called Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And the book opens with Narada Muni, my favorite. And Narada Muni is trying to determine who has received the most mercy from Krishna. So he starts off with a Brahmin and goes higher and higher. And each person he approaches, he says, no, I'm not the one who's gotten, there's this other person. So each person recommends somebody else who he thinks has achieved Krishna's mercy. So along the way, he came to Prahlad. And that's to be expected because there's even a chapter in the 7th canto, Prahlad, the best example of a devotee. So Narada praised Prahlad that, oh, you have gotten so much mercy. But here's what Prahlad does. Unable to tolerate hearing his own praise, Prahlad lowered his face in embarrassment. He bowed down before Narada and respectfully addressed him in a quiet voice. So here, this proves that Prahlad is a great devotee. Why? Humility. As soon as he was praised, he hung his head. That means he's humble. Not like, yeah, you're right, I am the best. No, that tells you right away somebody's not a devotee. Lord Chaitanya, I quoted the verse, the symptom of a devotee, humility, humility, humility. Sometimes people ask me, Prabhuji, how humble do I have to be? I said, don't worry. You cannot be too humble. Don't worry. That's Lord Chaitanya, that's his instruction to us. I have to remain meek and humble. So here's what Prahlad said after Narada said, oh, you must have received the most mercy from Krishna. So here's what Prahlad says. No, Hanuman is much more fortunate than me. For many thousands of years, Hanuman has enjoyed serving Lord Ram constantly without obstruction for 11,000 years. Hanuman is the most powerful person. Why? When Hanuman was just a child, the demigods favored him with several wonderful benedictions. Thus, Hanuman became immune to old age and death. Hanuman is free of all fear. Hanuman maintains great vows. Hanuman performs auspicious deeds. Outstanding among heroes, Hanuman is an exceptional servant of the Lord of the Raghus, Ramachandra. With playful disregard, Hanuman jumped across thousands of miles of fathomless ocean. Expertly in the capital of the Rakshasa king, Hanuman comforted Mother Sita in her distress. Hanuman boldly threatened his enemies. He burned Lanka and destroyed its citadel. When Hanuman brought back news of Sita, Hanuman received his master Ram's deep embrace. Oh, who would like to be embraced by Lord Ram? Yes, just the thought of it. Just the thought of it. It was Hanuman who acted as his Lord's best carrier, his tail serving as a royal white umbrella, his broad back a comfortable seat for the Lord. And it was Hanuman who directed the project of bridging the ocean. Hanuman fulfilled the desires of Vibhishan. Hanuman destroyed the military force of the Rakshasas. And Hanuman had the special power to deliver the healing herb called Vishalya Karani. Hanuman was the very life of his soldiers, always giving great pleasure to his divine Lord. Everybody say, Ram. And the Lord's younger brother, say, Lakshman. Hanuman devotedly served as carrier for both of them. Supremely intelligent and valorous, Hanuman brought victory for Lord Ramachandra. Hanuman added to the spotless fame of his Lord Ram, who killed the king of the Rakshasas, Ravana. It was Hanuman who encouraged Mother Sita. And by Lord Ram's order, this Hanuman, the one true recipient of his master's favor, still lives in the world, though unable to bear separation from Lord Ram. Hanuman keeps himself alive by constantly hearing the glories of Lord Ram. So that is something we can follow in Hanuman's footsteps. From now until Thursday, till next Sunday, we can dive into hearing Ram Katha, Ram Leela, and follow in the footsteps of Hanuman. Notice, he's constantly hearing. Staying by the side of the Lord's deity, he is present even today with the same splendor as always. Oh, my dear spiritual master Naradaji, Hanuman's greatness is well known from scriptural statements. Indeed, it is stated, this chief of the monkeys became perfect by acting as the Lord's servant. Yes, there is a verse quoted by Lord Chaitanya that we all know there are 9 processes of bhakti, devotional service. And there is a verse describing an example of someone who achieved perfection. For instance, hearing. By hearing Bhagavatam, Parikshit achieved perfection. And chanting, by reciting Bhagavatam, Shukadev achieved perfection. So when it comes to servant, Hanuman is listed. That person who has achieved perfection by being the servant of the Lord. Hanuman's servitude is proof of the Lord's mercy. Although Hanuman obtained from the son of Dasharath the boon of liberation, even without striving for it, Hanuman never wanted to accept liberation without the opportunity to serve. This is also confirmed by Lord Kapila in the 3rd canto, that it is stated there are 5 kinds of liberation. One of them, devotees never accept. That is called sayuja, merging. And the reason they reject that is because the very nature of a devotee, the devotee wants to do service. But if you become one with the Lord, you don't do any service. So devotees never accept that. But it's also mentioned that, yes, they will achieve the 4 other kinds of liberation, provided there is service. So here's a very famous statement by Hanuman. Bhavabandha chade tasyai sprihahyami na muktaye bhavan prabhur ahang dasa iti yatra vilupyate. Notice this word, bhavan prabhur ahang dasa. Ahang dasa means, I am servant of the Lord. Here is the translation. I do not wish to take liberation or merge into the Brahman effulgence where the conception of being servant of the Lord is completely lost. This is why he is known as Bhaktaraj. Hanuman has that title, the king of the devotees. So now Prahlad finishes up. To that Hanuman I offer my obeisances. O Narada, you certainly know other glories of Hanuman that I haven't mentioned. So why not you go to Kimpurusha Varsha to see Hanuman yourself and become enlivened? So Narada goes to Hanuman, glorifies him, and also Hanuman, he's a devotee, right? He says, no, this other devotee has more mercy than me. So it goes on and on and on. So what we just heard is from that book, and now Sri Parikshit is speaking. He's speaking to his mother, Uttara. Oh dear mother, the sage Narada then jumped up from his seat and flew to the sky to King Purusha Varsha, all the while repeating, how wonderful, how wonderful. Okay, so if we want to go deeper, then let's go to Kimpurusha Varsha, where Hanuman is. And in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kimpurusha Varsha and Hanuman are mentioned. So let's go there. Are you ready to come with me? Okay, then we need a little commercial break. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't hear you. Okay, so here in the 5th canto now, Shukadeva Goswami is explaining to King Parikshit, and he says, my dear king, in Kimpurusha Varsha, the great devotee Hanuman is always engaged with the inhabitants of that land in devotional service to, everybody say, Lord Ramachandra, the elder brother of Lakshman and dear husband of Sita Devi. A host of Gandharvas is always engaged in chanting the glories of Lord Ramachandra. That chanting is always extremely auspicious. Hanumanji and Ashtashena, the chief person in Kimpurusha Varsha, constantly hear those glories with complete attention. Hanuman chants the following mantras. So I've only selected a few. We don't have time to go through all. Now comes your examination. Let's see how you can do repeating Sanskrit. Wait, I forgot something. And somebody even reminded me, and I forgot. There we go. Now I'm GBC compliant. Okay, so we'll take this few words at a time. Try to repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Uttamashlokaya. You passed your test. Now, let's see. Nama Arya Lakshana Shila Vartaya Nama Upashikshatatmana Upasita Lokaya Nama Sadhuvada Nikashanaya Namo Brahmanya Devaya Mahapurushaya Maharajaya Nama Iti. You did excellent. This is why New Dwarka is #1 temple. It has the advanced class. Very good. No, really, this is not easy. Just hearing, and I don't have perfect Sanskrit pronunciation, but thank you. All right, please repeat after me. Let me please your lordship by chanting the Bij mantra Omkar. So in powerful mantras, there are transcendental seeds. And Om, everybody say Om. That's a transcendental Bij. You'll notice that when we do different kinds of Sahasranams, and when we do the Bhagavad Gita Yajna, we say this word, clean, when we offer. So we say, Clean Krishnaya Namaha. So that clean is a transcendental seed. I wish to offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Ram, who is the best among the most highly elevated personalities. Pretty good. All right, you don't have to repeat. I'll take it from here. All right. Your lordship is the reservoir of all the good qualities of Aryans, people who are advanced, who know the progressive values of human form of life. O Ram, your character and behavior are always consistent, and you always control your senses and mind. So here, this shows you why in other places Ramachandra is called King of Kings, or Maryada Purushottama. His character is perfect in every respect. Here is the quality of a leader, always consistent, and control the mind and senses. That's important. Acting just like an ordinary human being, you exhibit exemplary character to teach others how to behave. So that is what we mean by Acharya. Everybody say. Acharya. One who not just espouses something, but they practice what they preach. Where I come from in my previous life as Nicholas D'Angelo in New York, we used to say the same thing, walk the walk and talk the talk. So that's a slang way of expressing the meaning of, everybody say, Acharya. That's like here in this movement, we have our founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we study his life, we study his teachings, because he is exhibiting exemplary character to teach us how to go back home, back to Godhead. Hanuman continues, there is a touchstone which can be used to examine the quality of gold. But you, Lord Ram, are like a touchstone which can verify all good qualities. You are worshipped by Brahmanas, who are the foremost of all devotees. You, the supreme king, a supreme person, are the king of kings. See, here it is in Hanuman's first stotra. You are the supreme person, and you are the King of kings. And therefore I offer respectful obeisances unto you. So there are other statements by Hanuman in this section. I selected a couple. The Lord, whose pure form is Sachit Ananda Vigraha, is uncontaminated by the modes of material nature and can be perceived by pure consciousness. So this term, pure consciousness, this is also referenced by Lord Shiva when he was explaining to his then wife in her form as Sati. And Lord Shiva told his wife, I am always in Krishna consciousness, and I'm never out of Krishna consciousness. And notice it says here, so that's pure consciousness. When we're not linked up with God, we are not linked up by devotional service, then we are in impure consciousness. But now, are you listening attentively? Now you have pure consciousness. Don't fall down. Stay fixed in hearing the message. In the Vedanta, Ram is described as being one without a second. So that's another definition, the Vedic understanding of God. One without a second. I sometimes make a joke. Yes, Ram, Krishna, their God, and no applications being accepted. Position is fulfilled. So that is the meaning, one without a second. Because of his spiritual potency, Ram is untouched by the contamination of material nature. And because Ram is not subject to material vision, Ram is known as transcendental. Ram has no material activities, nor has Ram a material form or material name. But don't misunderstand. Doesn't mean that Ram is formless. No. He has a spiritual, transcendental form. Right? There's a difference between the spiritual form, and we all know about our material form. It's not getting any better. Dwindling, dwindling, dwindling right before our eyes. But the spiritual form, transcendental form, Navayovanam, ever fresh, not material. It's a form. And when you have transcendental vision, then you can see. Only in pure consciousness, Krishna consciousness, can one perceive the transcendental form of Lord Ram. So let us be firmly fixed at the lotus feet of Lord Ram, and let us offer our respectful obeisances unto those transcendental lotus feet. Whether one is a demigod, or a demon, or a man, or creature other than man, such as beast or bird, everyone should worship Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears on this earth just like a human being. That's important. Same way with Krishna. When Krishna descended, he looked like an ordinary human being, but just ask Putana or any other of the demons that Krishna killed when he was a young boy. No, he may look like it, but he's always God. So Lord Ram, everyone should worship Ram. Everybody say, Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Lord Ram, okay, now listen. There is no need of great austerities or penances to worship Lord Ram. I like that. That fits right in line with Lord Chaitanya's philosophy. Chant, dance, and take prasadam. No need for great austerities. For Ram accepts even a small service offered by his devotee. How many consider yourself a devotee of Lord Ram? No? Come on. Yes. Everybody's hand should be raised. If you're a devotee of Lord Krishna, you have to be a devotee of Lord Ram. Right? And there are different Rams. There's Balaram. There's Ramachandra, Parashuram, Nityananda Ram. But today we're talking about Raghupati, Raghava, Raja Ram, Lord Ramachandra. So, Ram accepts even a small service offered by his devotee. Thus Ram is satisfied. And as soon as Ram is satisfied, the devotee is successful. Indeed, Lord Ramachandra brought all the devotees of Ayodhya back home, back to Godhead in Vaikuntha. Now, later tonight, I'm going to San Diego, and I'm going to continue my, what I call Ram Mahatmya there. So we have a few minutes. Let's see. So, yeah, let's do this. Lord Chaitanya chanted this following mantra, and it's described as the Ram Raghava mantra. So Lord Chaitanya chanted this when he was traveling in South India. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahimambo. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rakshamam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. So, this is the same as chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, same thing. What is the devotee praying? O Lord, descendant of the Raghu dynasty, Pahimam, please maintain me. Rakshamam, please protect me. It is perfectly legit to beg the Lord for protection, to beg the Lord for maintenance. We should be doing that. Like sometimes I get this argument from people. Oh, I don't need to pray because the Lord already knows everything in my heart anyway. No, you're missing out. You're missing out. No, the Lord wants us to call out to Him. He wants us. It's like a father may have a small child. So sometimes the child will call out to the mother or father. That makes them very happy. It's not a botheration. They love it. So the Lord wants to have nice reciprocal dealings. And this calling out, this crying out, this is how we become purified. This whole process of chanting is all about calling out. What does Prabhupada say? Like a child crying for its mother. That's how we are to approach the Lord, with feeling. So there's a nice statement in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Chaitanya is explaining the process of surrender. And he gives many quotations, but there's one very nice quotation, and it's from the Ramayana. I don't know the exact incident, but basically the statement by Ram is that anyone who calls out to me and asks for deliverance, I never forget that person. Let's call out to Ram. Hey Ram! Hey Ram! Hey Ram! Let's do some more chanting. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. All right, I just got a text message from Krishna. Don't go away. But I have to respond to the text message. So, as we just started chanting these names of Ram, immediately Krishna reminded me, yes, there is a nice exchange between Lord Shiva and Parvati. At that time, his consort was known as Parvati after she was Sita. And they're having a discussion. And so Lord Shiva tells Parvati, you know, I chant this name Ram. Everybody. And I derive so much transcendental pleasure from this name. But let me tell you, my dear lovely-faced woman, he says, this name of what? Very good. Is equal to 1,000 names of God. Now, somebody is going to say, wait. Don't argue. Accept the words of Lord Shiva. He knows what he's doing. He is a Mahajan, one of the 12 authorities on the science of God. I just accept. So, yes, people know there is this Vishnu Sahasranam, 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. Maybe it could take a half hour, 40, I don't know, I've never done it. But with 1 millisecond, you get the same benefit. Ram! You just did Vishnu Sahasranam. So now we can get some idea why it's called the Maha Mantra. Now, going one step further, if we say the name of Ram 3 times, you get the same benefit by once saying Krishna. Everybody? So now, just meditate. How powerful is this Maha Mantra, the greatest mantra of them all? Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Lord Ramachandra ki jai. Yes, Bhrigupati Prabhu. I don't remember because I was just concentrating. I think you might know. No, I don't. It was so long ago that I read that section, but I just wanted to get that for this. So if you send me a email, I'll look it up. Otherwise, I'll forget. So, are we fired up for Thursday? Are we fired up for next Sunday? Are we going to hear and chant about Ram from now until then? Yes. Very good. For those of you interested, I have done a recording of the Ramayana. It's on my website, Nirantara.com. The whole Ramayana is there, section by section. If you want to just listen, that's what I'm doing every day. I'm listening to these narrations. And I did this, right when COVID started. So I had nothing else to do, so I said, let me do this. And the same thing happened previously when I did a recording of the Mahabharata. Once I started, I couldn't stop. And the same way with this Ramayana. Once I started, I couldn't wait to do the next episode, the next and the next. This is what's so amazing about our literatures. They're alive and they have potency. The Sanskrit word is virya, very, very powerful. You've heard me say unlimited number of times how by just reading 6 chapters of Krishna book, it convinced me to follow this path of Krishna consciousness. Last Sunday, I was in a different temple, and I was explaining to the people how in this temple, back in 1972 or 3, Prabhupada was lecturing, and he was explaining how powerful is Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada was saying that if they read one shloka of Bhagavatam, so much benefit, their life is successful. Okay, they can't read a shloka, half. If you can't do that, 1 line. And then he said, no, even if they read 1 word. And he goes, no, even if they touch the book. When you go out, do you let people touch the book? Am I saying true, Prabhupada? Even if that's how powerful these books are. What to speak, and of course, the more you dive in, the more you drink. Bhagavatam says, you drink this nectar through your ears. You drink it. You become enlivened. You become enthused. You become encouraged. And then you want to give it to others. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. All right, who wants a blessing benediction? All right, good. I see not many people left. That's a good sign. I guess I did good. I'll give myself a ding. All right, fold your hands over your heart. Close your eyes. My dear Lord Ramachandra, Bless these nice devotees who have come here today to hear the glories of you and to hear the glories of your great servant Hanuman. My dear Lord Ram, I beg you, you're in everyone's heart. You are the super soul. Please remove all the inauspiciousness from their hearts, and may they more and more feel your presence and become more and more loving towards you and your devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Class is dismissed. Take prasadam to your full satisfaction. Haribol. Let's give a big Haribol to my drummer. He did an excellent job. Thank you.